Okay, let's see here. Well, good morning. Let's get some light here so the camera becomes a little better here. A little tired here. It's morning. I never, yeah. Well, not never, but I usually am not a good morning person in regards of getting started. So I've gotten some messages here. Actually, I could see it on my YouTube, I guess. There was something. I'm still not sure how it works. Oh, sorry. Got some pictures of brains and livers, and apparently that didn't work. Let's try again here. I have some different videos about brains and cow feed and so forward. So let's see. Oh, a little slow in my brain apparently. You see the cow feed here. Of course, in regards of the Nazis and some cow brain and whatever. I think this is cow kidneys. Anyway, back. So in regards of recording, okay. I haven't really used this program much. Skipped. But apparently it looks like my it's still uploading. It has been uploading since yesterday in regards to 3 videos. I'm not sure where I can actually see where I upload these videos. So oh yeah, I was looking at some of the people that says you get fat by sugar. that you can't burn fat when you have sugar. That's a total lie. In the past, I did 61 days of juice fasting with fresh pressed juice from the juicer, and in the beginning I lost 1.6 kilos a day. So to say that if you have sugar that you can't lose weight is just incredible. What shall we say? Wrong. In regards to dry fasting and water fasting, I'm actually not sure that you lose as much weight, but I haven't really, I haven't done where I just write down in regards of, how many kilos and all that, but it seems like it's not going as quickly. Now, in regards of sugar can be bad in regards of fungus, for example. If you drink a lot, if you get a lot of sugar and all that, that might not be the best thing. But in regards of losing weight, it was really, really, really. Oh, here we have the Antichrist. I'm still looking up for the thing. I'm not sure where, in regards of, there should be a thing because it still seems to be uploading the videos that I have. I put my history, my videos, maybe on my videos. Don't know. I'm pretty much stupid when it comes to YouTube and all that. Oh, here we go. So one of them is apparently ready to watch. One is being processed, and the first one is still uploading. I don't know why it takes so long and why it actually, in the beginning it started like 400 and 500 kilobyte per second. I think it's kilobyte, and then it just got down to around 100, 200, and it was very slow. Now I started uploading yesterday, and then I went to bed, and it was it's still at it. It's just so of course I'm running 3G. I wonder if I put it on 4G that if it actually would go down and slow down as much as if it's something in regards of YouTube or whatever. I'm not sure what is actually why it wouldn't use all the bandwidth that is given to it. So that's a little weird. But it's taking like a whole day is just too much. So that's bad. Again, you always seem to have weird issues with technology, and had to. The thing is, then you update it and update it and update it, and you need to find out the issues and whatever, or maybe new issues have come about, and you need to find out how to figure out how to go around those. It's just insane world. Satan is just keeping us occupied with these stupid things, you know. Anyway, oh yeah, by the way, that was the reason why I was actually in there, right? To see the chat. So I've gotten some messages. Maybe it's inbox. I'm not entirely sure. No. Notifications. Oh, interesting. There we go. And I'm in on some of the Catholic YouTube things, so. You know, sometimes I'm on Mohammedan pages, sometimes I'm on, Jewish pages, and sometimes I'm on Roman Catholic pages, Papist pages and all that. That's the thing, I guess. When I was in Israel, I met a lot of people and all that, but the first time I met two guys that I was together with, for some days and all that, and one of them was a former Roman Catholic, and he still had some Catholic living in him. He had some weird things still. Well, he has like one of these so-called saints in his. I took a picture of it. I can't remember totally how it was, but I told him in regards of it, and I remember my third friend. I'm trying to remember back because he has gone full-blown Roman Catholic. And I wonder, and I've tried to ask him if he was actually a Roman Catholic, when he became a Roman Catholic and so forward. But he's not really answering me. And I do wonder, I can't get a direct answer, it seems, from him. But I just, I saw that he has put a school in regards of, which is a Roman Catholic school. So I'm trying to remember back if this guy was actually a Roman Catholic at that point. I tried to remember back in an episode. I was pretty sure he was not a Roman Catholic because he was, this friend that had been a former Catholic, and we were talking about this thing, and he was also, if I remember correctly, agreeing that this was a no-go. Yet, it seems like he might have been a Roman Catholic all along. But he never told me. And so I'm trying to remember back, because in rolling back the things, I was like, this is weird. This is weird. So, and again, in the beginning, when I had his Facebook, there wasn't really any Roman Catholic things that ticked anything. And then it became more. There began to came some stuff that was like, this seems like, Roman Catholic stuff and all that, and then it just went full blown, and now it's just totally out in the open. There's absolutely no. What shall we say? He's a Roman Catholic. There's no. I'm just wondering, of course I'm thinking back in regards to wolves in sheep clothing and all that. How could I be so deceived, to not know that he was a Roman Catholic, I guess, it's years ago, so I knew less in regards to Roman Catholicism. It was at the point where I actually began to find out in regards of, hearing about these things, because there was a lot of Roman Catholics as well in Israel. And I already knew some stuff at that point, I know. But, it was where I went to one of these whorehouses and I actually saw with my eyes what was actually going on. It was just horrifying. And I remember, the one friend I had that had come out of Roman Catholicism sat outside because he wouldn't go inside. And I do understand why he wouldn't do that. But he still had there was still some things that he hadn't shaken off. But it seemed he was going it seems he had actually found out Roman Catholicism is, wrong. So he was still a Christian, but he wouldn't have anything to do with this institution, this nut house, this insane asylum filled with nutcases, power-hungry nutcases, and liars and deceivers. So I was looking on the other that I actually thought was I didn't think he was a. So I just saw that he went to a secondary Catholici Lerilais or something like that. I was like, okay, I'm looking on. I looked on the web page, and it is very Catholic. It says Catholic District School Board of Eastern Ontario. And it says he went on this. He also have studied on La Salle or something like that. But anyway, usually, we know we have a lot of Roman Catholics out there in government positions and all that. And they might actually speak as sheep. But then you actually go behind, and there might be some weird things going on. Then you find out that they actually have been educated at, for example, a Jesuit school, or, Roman Catholic school and all that. And then everything makes sense, So I'm not sure if he actually had this information on beforehand. Again, I don't remember seeing anything that that ticked my warning signs years ago in regards to Roman Catholic. And then he began to put more Roman cats. I just feels. I'm just like, what? What is going on here? You're Roman Catholic, and you didn't tell me. And again, now it's just gone full blown. I don't understand. I hope he turns around, but I can't figure out how, because it seems like in Israel that he was not a Roman Catholic, and that he actually was speaking, in regards of the other friend, was speaking against the Roman Catholic practice that, in regards to this saint thing and all that, if I remember correctly, so that's some years ago, so it's a little hard to remember everything, but as I remember it, he was, when I pointed it out, this in regards to this, that he was actually, so, it's just, it's just, I don't know what to do about. Anyway, so that's I'm surprised, I guess. I'm sad. I'm surprised. I'm sad to see that. I don't know if I went backward in regards of. I don't remember any Catholic stuff on his Facebook. But if he has gone on a Catholic school, again, I wonder, was he a Catholic when he was in Israel? Because it could have been, but then just things doesn't compute in my brain in regards of Israel. I was just, wolves in sheep clothing, be aware, I guess. I guess it's a teaching for me in some sense, I should be careful. I should have, should have been careful. So anyway, let's just take Facebook here. In regards, I have something, I could have, I'm fat enough, so I could try some of the things in regards of the fasting thing, because I am too fat. When doing dry fasting and water fasting, it doesn't seem to me that you actually lose that much weight. You're still losing weight, of course. But the problem is you don't have the energy to do much when you actually do it. And, if you do it longer periods, you begin to go downhill in regards of, you don't feel like you have the energy. Juice fasting if I remember correctly, you actually had pretty good energy output, and I was losing 1.6 kilos a day. I'm not sure how much I'm, in regards to dry fasting and water fasting, but it doesn't seem to be as extreme in regards of losing weight. And then people will say, "Oh, you need to get into ketosis and all that." What are you talking about? You don't need, if you put in sugar, you would stop the. Well, when I was juice fasting, I was losing, huge amount of weight, and I was taking a lot of sugar because I was drinking fresh pressed juice, and I think I was dumpster diving at that point, and then again shows, of course, that I had the energy to do it, but it's a long time, so but I think I probably dumpster dived at that point because that was a thing that I did at that point, and that was the reason why I had a juicer and all that, because you could make juice out of it and all that. So anyway, just some of the messages that people have written to me. Let's see here. So if we go in regards of Moon Ahalo replied, Anders Ericsson, yes, Catholics wrote the New Testament. I don't understand the rest of your babble. Well, maybe you don't understand it because you don't have any truth in you. It's just telling the people the truth about Jesus Christ and all the wickedness and which is going on and all that. And so let's see here. One here says that I should be careful and all that. And it would be nice if I could actually see that's, YouTube are not making it easier. Let's see if we can actually get my responses, Of course, at some point, I'll probably, you never know if I'm getting censored. It wouldn't have been the first time. And we have to see where we are. Loading. Usually I don't use this program at all. Usually I use the browser. It doesn't really seem like this is much better in any case. Of course. Doesn't make it easier. I had some of my pages from 5 days ago. There's actually someone that actually understands that Christ Mass is pagan, also Easter. So there's others on it trying to open the eyes. Now this was the Roman Catholic guy that I met in Israel. That is apparently a Roman Catholic. When I told him about some of the things, he gave me this link. That and this guy in the video says to them in the last part of the chat, if anyone says that Easter is pagan, give them this video. So I saw the video and I replied to it, and I replied to my friend or whatever. Just I don't know anymore. Roman Catholic. That's just horrible. And why wouldn't I have known it from the beginning? Why wouldn't he have told me? Or why? It just seems deceptive to me, because it seems like he was not a Roman Catholic. So I'm trying again to figure out, but I can't remember all the details behind it. But I didn't get the feeling that he was a Roman Catholic. I got the feeling that he was outside this system. And again, I'm trying to remember, because if I remember correctly, we had one that was, a former Roman Catholic. That still had some leaven and all that, but it was going in the right direction in regards, I guess. But he still had some issues in regards to this, this picture thing and saint whatever, and some water thing and all that, anointing whatever. Anyway, and I remember the other guy actually agreeing with me in regards of it, being this saint thing being wrong and all of that. And I'm thinking, did he just play an act at that point? So was he actually deceiving me? To believe that he was something that he wasn't really. It was just. So I says, yes, Catholic wrote the New Testament. I don't understand the rest of your Bible. And so he writes something to Dina. The rituals have nothing in common with mine. I did the research. I'm not sure what he's writing to. So I'm replying to him here. I'm writing, because you're blind and a liar like the rest of your papist loving cookie crunchy munchy antichrist lovers of the papacy of the number 666. Open your eyes and stop following the man that Satan has given his seat, dominion and power to. And then we have a W. Smith. And these are, it's a Catholic place here. But, the Catholics said that, if anyone says Easter is pagan, the Catholics, the papists, should give this video to them. And my friend did. Or whatever you want. Yeah, I don't know about. But anyway, my guy, the guy that I know from Canada know this. Or gave me this, And then he says, be careful, you are going to have to answer to God Almighty for your blasphemies. As is reported in the Gospel of John, chapter 6, the body and blood, soul and divinity of our Lord Jesus Christ is no cookie. In these days, with the internet at hand, you can research actually non-biased information, especially check out info from the many of us who come home to Christ Church. Oh yeah, let's especially check the Roman Catholic sources, right? Because that's what he's talking about. And in regards of, he's of course talking about the Eucharist. It's not just a cookie, it's so he's not saying that it's not a, but he's, this is because the Eucharist, if you just look it up, the Roman Catholics have this wicked thing in regards to the Eucharist, and that's what they set, that's what they adore, that's what they set on a pedestal. It's not Jesus Christ, it's a cookie. It's a wafer god, it's a false cookie, false Jesus version. Anyway, so he says chapter 6, let's go to chapter 6, right? I'm not sweet and blah 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 and blah. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you the truth. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm tired of liars and deceivers and loving crunchy munchy, cookie lovers. Oh, they say they believe in Yeshua, but they believe in a cookie. They are continually sacrificing this Jesus, so-called Jesus, for the dead and the living in their whorehouses. I shouldn't fix my hand on the table. Just give me a break. After these things, Jesus went over to the Sea of Galilee, which is the Sea of Tiberias. It's also called, have another name as well, so there's many names for it. And a great multitude followed him. But was it chapter 6 he talked about? Says Gospel chapter 6. Okay, let's see. And a great multitude followed him because they saw his miracles which he did on them that were diseased. Or dead. I'm not sure about, but anyway. And Jesus went up into the mountain, and he sat with his disciples. And the Passover feast of the Jews was at nigh. When Jesus then lifted up his eyes and saw a great company coming unto him, he said unto Philip, hence shall we buy bread that these may eat? And this he said to prove him, for he himself knew what he would do. And again, I'm not sure what they are, because feeding them and all that, what has that to do with... He maybe should have been a little more clear where he's pointing to, because, because in regards of it's just... I just give me a break. So, and again, what do he has on his image? An idol, a crucifix. What do you do with a crucifix? You cast it on the fire. It's called iconoclasm. It's very healthy to do. Take all your idols, your images, your icons, your cookies, and throw them on the fire. It's disgusting. You call yourself Christians. You know? Show the Mohammedans, the Christians don't do these disgusting things. Because we don't. It just is so incredible. It's just the whole, so many of the proclaimed Christians are bowing down to idols, images, cookies, kissing them, making the upside cross, bowing unto them, kneeling unto them. The smoke thing as well. I can't remember what. I have a way of forgetting the smoke all the time. I can't remember. Well, I can never remember it. But they do the smoke thing and all that, whatever, in front of these. The Orthodox thinks that the Holy Spirit is in the icons. It's just insane. Wake up! It's Christ and Christ alone that we need to follow. It's not all these stupid, dead things that cannot hear, that cannot see, that cannot think, that cannot speak. You see the Roman Catholics walking around with these statues. They can't save you. There's no life in them. Only Jesus. Only Jesus. Anyway. So, let's see here. So I'll write back, maybe a little, distortion in regards of it. So, but on purpose. So I write, no, he's not a cookie. You're correct on that part. Try telling the papist, crunchy munchy eating Romanist who think the cookie is really becoming Jesus Christ. Talk about blasphemy and whoring with Satan, all in the name of Christ. I see it. So he write back, that's 7 hours ago. Gosh, perhaps I should be a sweet and loving Christian like you are. You sound so Christ-like, so humble, so meek. Yeah, well, sometimes the truth hurts. If you actually look on Jesus or Yeshua, he wasn't always talking sweet to people, was he? He's telling them the truth, and the truth offended them, and then they executed him because they didn't like the truth. Same thing with the Roman insane asylum have killed off the saints for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years because they didn't agree with this wicked, filthy, pagan, heathen system. So it seems like he wants to put me in box in regards what church do you belong to, Anas. I'm very interesting to know. It's called the Church of Being a Disciple of Yeshua HaMashiach. The head is not the Antichrist. The head is Yeshua. And I'm far from perfect. I know I have many issues for sure. But idolatry is not one of them. I see here. He writes to Dina Smith, what pagan idols and graven images did you throw away? I certainly hope you didn't trash family pictures. They want to, the Romanists want to, I think it's disgusting. I think it's just so filthy. Wolves in sheep clothing. We are warned about wolves in sheep clothing. And that was a very good warning from our master. Be aware of wolves in sheep clothing. He knew they would come. Being God, he knew a lot of things, right? Yeah, that we don't know. And he prophesied and told us what would, be aware of this. Because there will come wolves in sheep clothing. He was not talking about the Mohammedans. Because the Mohammedans are just plain stinking wolves. You can see them for 100 miles away or something, or maybe it's just they deny that Jesus is God in the flesh. They stink like like an old cheese or something. Actually, I have no problem actually with old cheese, but It was not the Mohammedans he was talking about, because the Mohammedans deny that Jesus is God. Now they might have some deceptions as well, trying to say, oh, we believe in Jesus. And then you as a Christian say, so you believe that he is the Son of God as well? And if they are honest, they will, an honest Mohammedan, but if he's honest, he will say, no. And then he will say, God has no son. If he is honest. Because that's what they believe. And you can find videos, that's the thing, I guess, with the internet and all that in our days. Everything gets exposed. Because people are making videos and putting them on YouTube. So if someone says, no, we don't do that or whatever and all that, you just go on YouTube and someone will have made a video of it, like when the Mohammedan or when people convert to Mohammedanism and say this thing, where they deny that God has a son and all that. That's the wonderful thing with the internet. Because then it's harder for them to deceive you and say, no, that's not really, and being liars. That's the thing. That's the whole idea. I didn't think that people would actually do these things, but people actually think it's okay to lie and deceive people. In regards to the Mohammedan faith, if it can protect their faith and so forward, it's okay to lie and so forward. And it's just disgusting. It's a disgusting religion. It's a filthy, disgusting religion. And again, it's, of course you can say, well, I still think Roman Catholicism is actually worse, because Roman Catholicism makes it out to be Christian when it's not. Where Mohammedanism, if you know a little, it's pretty clear that it's not following the truth. They don't come around and say, yeah, God is the Son of God and all that. Well, if they do, they are liars, or they don't know their religion, But if they are honest, and every Mohammedan should know that, when you become a Mohammedan, I don't know if everybody, but you can see videos where people are converting people, also Danish people actually, I've seen. Where this guy I need to say this thing in regards that God has no son and all that, denying our Savior. Now, in regards of the Roman Catholics, they are a lot harder to catch, because the Roman Catholics will actually, they believe in Jesus and all that. They will say that, they will proclaim that, but the kind of Jesus that they believe in is the cookie Jesus. You just get a little tired of it, because it's, when they, so you can, of course, if you know these things, you can ask them in regards of, but you're talking about the cookie Jesus, right? And, I have a lot of things, next time I meet a Roman Catholic, also if I'm ever going to Jerusalem, because there's a lot of Catholics there, have a lot of questions for sure. Or at least I have things that, should be able to keep me occupied and make the Roman Catholics run away from me. It's just apparently, a lot of people don't want truth. They don't want to listen to who Jesus Christ really is. He's not a cookie. And they believe, and that's the thing, that you have to, they're not really, obvious about it, but that's the thing, they set this cookie so, on a pedestal, so when they talk, you have to get into their mindset, in some sense, that when they talk about Jesus Christ, they're not talking about, the true one. They're talking about cookie. So when they talk, for example, this message I get, he's warning me in regards of, the cookie Jesus and all that. That's the idea I think he's getting at. He's warning me, you can't just say it's a cookie and blah, blah, blah and all that. Because this is becoming God, And, Mohammedans really doesn't really seem to use the Bible and all that. Where the Roman Catholics use the Bible and twist it, to their own means, to their own or what do we call it, to theirs. So, what is worse in regards of Mohammedanism or Romanism? Romanism is the worst of the two, because Romanism looks like the real thing on the outer side and proclaims itself Christian, yet it's not. So, and we just need to dig into these things and find out what do they actually believe, because, I know Christians, that still have some, I had, where I was on, but pretty much getting censored from most of the Christian forums, but the Danish forums I was in on, because, you're not allowed to speak against Romanism and Roman Catholicism and all that. But one of the places I really got them out of the bush, 3 Catholics that got out of the bush and exposed themselves, and I had one Christian that said, well, wait, where's that in the Bible? And I don't know how far, but he was asking questions. Yeah, that's what we want, questions, Wait, this is not in the Bible. Where do you get that from? And you could see, because there is a division between Romanism and Christianity. But the Romanists are trying in our days to, to hide the fact that there's a huge gap in regards to Christians and Romanists, because we have this ecumenical movement trying to make the Protestants that protested the Antichrist come back to the Antichrist. Because no one knows who the Antichrist is anymore, or very few. And it's not political correct. Who cares about being political correct? Who do you think is the greatest political authority on this earth? The Antichrist. So why would you ever want to be political correct? Anyway. So that's very sad. So I'm trying to figure out in regards, because, I'm just tired of, in regards to Mohammedans, I pretty much, in regards to my Facebook, I just don't care about, I pretty much, I just don't, it's a waste of, just, listening to all the Mohammedan things and all that. Of course, it's nice to have some inside knowledge in regards to what they believe and all. But I've seen enough. And I've tried to help them to get back to the real Jesus and all that, or Yeshua, and they just have no ears to hear and all that. So it's sad to see what is going on and all that, and so I've cast that away, cut that out in some sense, so I can focus on other things, and because you end up reading things and all that and using time on it. Looking at a map where Israel is not even on. They don't put Israel on the map. The Mohammedans still do not put Israel on the map. Or have, at least. I don't know if there's some that actually put it on. But I've seen, it was like Egypt and also in Denmark. At least 2 sources that I have that I can remember, where you see that they don't put Israel on the map. And I'm sure there's many other places where they don't put Israel on the map. You see the map where Israel should be. It's not there. They hate Israel. They want all the Jews killed off. They want to murder them all or cast them out in the sea. And then who is going to pick them up from the water? Who has the boats to pick the Israels up and take them somewhere else, Anyway, who would do that, in the world? Would the world react to that? Now, of course, I don't think it will happen, because I think God is actually fighting for them. So I don't think there's any problem I don't think anyone will uproot the Jews. I think they are there to stay. But, we'll have to see. But I think God wants them in the land. I don't see how it's possible not that he. Anyway, so I made a video in regards to some of the other things. That's actually the videos that I'm uploading. That has a long way, and I can see he has replied to that. So, and I guess it's just easier to actually just focus on the truth than the lies, So, Let's see here. And I guess even if people don't agree and all that and this and that and all that, even, when you write and also on Roman Catholic web pages, even if it seems like it's a lost cause in some sense with many of these people, you never know who is actually reading the things. And I guess that might actually be the reason why Satan gets people to censor these things, because he doesn't want the truth. Because if someone, which is a child of truth, has just been in the wrong direction and find out, because I was in the wrong direction, and there might be many, many more out there that has just gone in the wrong direction, not because they are honestly, because they actually, they might not just don't know the truth in regards to these things. I think that may be the case with many people, because there are so many wolves and so many liars and deceivers out there, so it's easy to be deceived. Even if you, for example, when I was a Satanist, I didn't want to hurt people. I was not like a kind of a Satanist that wanted to hurt people. I never saw myself as a Satanist, but I was on the broad road leading to destruction. But I didn't do it to hurt people. I did, in regards to, for example, if you take, I probably shouldn't mention it, but some of these practices is practices to healing other people and all that. And you think you're doing good and all that and helping people and all that. Even, and you're just, you're in Satan's candy shop and actually just being led astray by Satan. But I didn't know better. And maybe many of these people don't know better, Maybe they're just, that's the thing, when you begin to study the Bible, there will still be people trying to lead you astray from the truth. And you might actually be led astray for some time and then find out, oh, this is wrong. And then you get back on the right track, with an honest heart, find out this is wrong. I need to go back to the, this is actually, I thought this was true, but it's not. So you repent and you do the best that you can to stand for truth, because there's a lot of lies and deceptions in this world. I actually also wrote to this science magazine, Illustrated Science, to see if I'm allowed to make some YouTube videos with that material. Because the last magazine I saw, I actually have I showed it on one of my other videos, but I can just show it quickly again if I can find it. I took an image of it here somewhere. It's always hard to find out where it is when it generates so many pictures and all that. You have different kinds of music, and there's image with the music, and for example Keith Green here, and then just fix them up as, where is it? Should be here, that screenshot. Yeah, but we don't want screenshot, we want the camera mode. Oh my, where is it? I don't know why it wouldn't just fix it in the beginning, when we have camera 60, camera 9, camera. No, it should be a lot more. Oh, come on, how hard can it be to find? So pictures capture, no. Apparently I can't find it. Images, open camera, no. I must be blind. Here we have the screenshots. 2222, and then of course we have another folder which is like 3903. It's really, instead of one folder, just have multiple folders. I would think it would be like this. But that's oh yeah, by the way, that's a Nazi picture, by the way, I talked about in some of the other videos. Where you see the Nazi symbol, which also, if you look it up, the Nazi symbol is the sun symbol. And where had they put it? in the middle of the sun, of course. So we have like three, we have two symbols, we have this images, so there's at least three, there's probably more. And, it's just sun worship, it's Roman Catholicism. And I have no idea what this says. But, it's German. Oh, let's see if we can actually, sorry, there we go, we got it all. So if anyone can read that, that would be nice. That's like Du Deutsche. I've asked someone and he tried to translate it, but yeah, anyway, it would have been nice if I was actually able to read Germany. Anyway, so that was one of them. Of course, we have the bugle belt as well in regards. No, that was not the. But this is I'm not sure what it actually says here. That was these bugle belts that actually says that. Well, maybe this one. Let's try it. No, that's also bad. I just can't see the camera thing here. It says the Bible on pictures 10. That's not it. I have Christian. I just can't see any. We have. Oh yeah, that was in regards to the sun. We have the sun here. There we go. Up here. So here we see again the sun being used, and it's the symbol of the sun. It's the cookie Jesus the Nazis had on the flag. It's going back to Romanism. Yeah, God mit uns. God is with us. Romanism, Roman Catholicism. Hitler coming out of the church. I think I actually got censored from Facebook because of this image. Yeah, and closed down 3 days. It's just incredible. Here we have another one. We have the what was it called? Anyway, we have the Roman eagle, the sun symbol, the Festacia. What was it called? I can't even remember. What I can't even remember now. I don't know why, but it's the fasci, something like the Roman fascia. You can see that in the U.S. government as well and all that. Anyway, we have the prime minister of Denmark, or the so-called king of Denmark, in regards of shaking with the Antichrist. We also have an article, Danish article, that says he went down to Rome to get a blessing from the Antichrist. Well, they didn't say Antichrist, they said the so-called Pope and all that. And by the way, this is one of the messiahs they have in Israel. I think I got 3 different messiahs, but don't mention Jesus. Oh, the Jews. Oh, no, Jesus. There's like, shake them up. But it's okay to believe in other kinds of messiahs. There's another bugle belt, God mit uns, God with us. And actually, first time I heard about this was actually from Jewish sources. It was a Jewish guy, maybe a so-called rabbi, I don't know, but a Jew at least. And he remembers seeing this and God with us on a Nazi soldier. So that was the first time I heard about that, and then I found I found out about the bugle thing. Here we have a picture of Muhammad. Muhammad leading the rest. A blind man leads. Of course, I would have probably hell is a bad expression, but it leads to the lake of fire when you're following the broad road. Anyway. But that was not the thing I wanted to. Maybe the mobile just have problems or something like that and can't find the photos. There's just a screenshot, but I want the camera thing. I don't know. Maybe I can do this. That's just terrible, Yeah, don't make it easy to find your own pictures on the phone, Let's see here. Oh, that's MP4. What am I actually looking for? I actually can't remember now what I was looking for. Anyway, let's just drop it and sorry. So what was I actually going for? That's this, I guess, the memory. Okay, let's see here. I I can't even remember what I was looking for. I got off on a track here. Sorry. So. Oh yeah. So in regards of the Illustrated Science magazine. That's the way. Okay, I can't find it. Sorry. I took a picture of it. I showed it in one of my other videos. But anyway, I called them and asked them if I could use the article and fix it on YouTube if I bought their magazine, because they had this front. And then he said he couldn't really say backward or forward on it. He set me on hold and apparently asked around, and he said I should try to write to the the radio, what is it called, the thing and all that. I got an email. I've tried to write them. I'm not sure if they're actually ever going to write back to me. But I've tried anyway, so maybe I should just do it. But of course it's sad if I just lose it all because it's like copyright infringe or whatever, to do that. But I would be using it for informational purposes, so I do wonder if I can do that. If that is that okay to use an article to inform the public? Would that be they haven't really replied yet, so that's sad. Which day? Oh yeah, it's actually Thursday. I should probably order some meat from. I need to check my account. Oh well. But get some oxtails. I still have issues with my joints. I'm trying to figure out, and I'm getting my chicken feet today as well. And then I looked into something in regards of sulfur salt is also said to be something in regards of MSM that some people that have joint issues use, and some believe it's the sulfur in it. And as I understand, you can actually get Himalaya salt with sulfur, where it's like black salt, Himalaya salt. I don't know. Have to try. I can't just let this thing go along. It's really annoying having pain in your joints. But of course, that's only one of the issues. Everything is going downhill, right? Just very early on from my. So, well, we had a new message on. People always want to try to put you in a box. Are you, so it's, let's see here. No, we're just called to be disciples of Christ, That's the purpose. We're trying to the best that we can to follow our master, Not in regards of a particular group, because every group seems to have issues. Every single group nearly. Actually, every single group out there have some kind of an issue. We are to go back to the Bible and follow the Bible. We have Christ Mass, we have Easter, we have Halloween, we have Sunday worship, and I should get my nails fixed. Sorry about that. Yeah, I should probably cut my nails, and I see it's broken here. Anyway, so it doesn't make it easier when it actually prettier when it's actually. But anyway, the forget about that. The idea is that all of them seems to have some kind of an issue, because most of the Christians are keeping these pagan things like Christ Mass, going back to Rome again in regards of what? Sol Invictus and the cookie. Raising the cookie and thinking to sacrifice it for the dead and the living again and again and again and again and again in the whole houses. What do you see? Christ Mass Day or Christ Mass? It depends, I guess, in regards to where you are in the world. What do you see? Well, what is being televised? The Antichrist making his cookie, bowing down before idols and images, coming with his crucifix staff and all that. He's playing the role of the man of 666. He is in the office of the man of the number 666, the prophetic, biblical, historical Antichrist. Wake up! Anyway, so we have Christ Mass. Even if there's only one S, look it up. It's Mass. It's actually two S's. Mass. It's the Mass. It's the Christ Mass. Who fixes the so-called Christ Mass? Roman Catholics fixes the Christ Mass. And then 25th of December is the birth of the sun god Sol Invictus. Oh really? Look it up. Sunday is the day of the venerated day of the sun god Sol Invictus. The day of rest, according to the Bible, is the seventh day, not the first day. But no one knows what the last day is anymore, right? I think it's Sunday because in 1973 in Denmark, it was changed by man-made laws because we entered the European Union. Well, all roads lead back to Rome, right? And we have the blue flag, which actually seen some sources in regards to the blue colors. In regards to if you're Roman Catholics, blue is in regards to Mary, and then you have the 12 stars. You can find Mary with 12 stars around her head. Well, I must say it is really, you look it out on Google. Google Mary and see her colors usually represented as. And of course, we could do it on the mobile and see if you can find any crowns with 12 stars. Count the stars. And then look on the flag of the European Union. And they say it's just a coincidence. Yeah, I guess like the Nazi flag in regards to the cookie Jesus, right? Or many of the other things that is just right in our face. But the Protestants, or those that protest the Antichrist, when I'm talking about Protestants, I'm talking about protest.